it's something that it's not the way I picture myself, so it's, in that sense, it's very humbling. Coming from VIVA, who is an organization that really builds on relationships. They're very critical in the vascular community and building bridges to industry, to physicians of different backgrounds, and ultimately then to patients. It's quite an honor to be recognized in that way. Well, you bring up randomized trials that have been done in the past, and there are few in the critical limb ischemia population. And it's really hard to take that cumulative data and then apply it to a specific patient because the specific patient variables are significant. So what I find is so helpful is to have that as a background and then go to the bedside, identify what the patient's desires and needs are, understand what I'm good at and what I'm not good at, and then try to do the right thing for the right patient based off a collective understanding of both objective data, subjective information from the patient, and also being honest about myself. What am I good at and what am I not? Let's take the patient that has a very long occlusion, got excellent vein, a good target above and below, and they're a good surgical candidate. A bypass would be a very good option, contrasted to the patient that perhaps has iliac disease, SFA disease, and all their desire is to, I just want to be able to walk far enough to get groceries. Well, maybe just fixing the iliac and leaving everything else alone is perfectly enough for that individual patient. And then you got the complex one that has maybe the need for a hybrid procedure. Perhaps you fix the inflow and bypass the outflow. Maybe that's a way to go. So there's a myriad of different options if you'll only think broadly from the start. The BASIL trial had encouraged us to think bypass first in somebody who you perceive to have a longer life expectancy. Well, because I'm challenged to be able to do that in this particular patient subset, then I'm more likely to use the other variables of what's the patient's desire, what am I good at, and then use the devices that help us to achieve that endpoint. Some patients, their first entrance into vascular care is a dead toe or necrosis on the foot. And they may be coming from a nursing home, they may be non-ambulatory, they may have be on dialysis. Those are extremely challenging patients, and oftentimes what you're left with is, let me just do the minimum to take care of the problem, and I don't have to hit a home run, I just got to get them past this problem. So maybe just a simple amputation if they got enough circulation to heal. If it doesn't heal, I can revascularize it. You know, most reasons why we lose limbs isn't due to poor circulation. We can fix the circulation one way or another. We lose it because infection, and we don't treat infection aggressively enough after we revascularize. When you put more fuel to the limb or leg, to the dead tissue, infection is going to take off. That's where we've got to provide more excellent care to salvage more limbs, because we do a good job on ischemia now. Know the patient, know the disease, and know what you can do to fix it, and apply it.